Hello my treasures, with the impending rotation around the corner, it is time to unleash Fel with Fel Imp Warlock. The idea behind the deck is most of the Imp spells actually have a Fel tag on them, so you can use some of the Fel synergy that is about to rotate out, such as Grave Defiler, and probably one of my favorite cards that is about to rotate out, Felfire in the Hole. Speaking of which, this card is incredibly spicy because it scales twice off of any spell power that you might actually have on the board. So using the new Silvermoon Arcanus, we are able to do 7 damage with 1 or 11 damage with 2. And by using our handy dandy Mithril Rod, we can discount all these cards so we can use multiple Felfire in the holes on the same turn as placing down the 2 Arcanus. For the Mulligan guide of the deck, this plays very similar to a stereotypical Imp Warlock deck where you're going to be looking for cards like Flame Imp, Frustrated Librarian, Impending Catastrophe, or Vile Library to keep in your opening hand along with Fiendish Circle. However, if you do see a Grave Defiler in combination with Felfire in the Hole, you're probably going to want to keep both of those cards too, because then you can get a lot of advantage off of having some early game Felfires that you can also use as an AoE board clear if you really need to, instead of just as a alternate win strategy. With that all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, time for a game against Hunter. Ooh, that's the 1000 Hunter one, isn't it? I'm actually getting pretty close to some of the 1001 skins. Let's get rid of Dreadlich. Wow, I actually would have preferred to just keep Dreadlich in this open hand, I guess. Oh, they're 40 cards, so they're probably Beast Hunter. I think that's the 40 card Hunter deck. Could be Questline too. Oh, they're a big bad boy. Maybe they're a big bad Hunter. Oh. Okay, select a breeder. Kind of curious of what that will actually give them. A Mithril Rod. A little bit too early there, my friend. Probably just go Fey. Killing the minion is fine too. Frenzied Fangs. Full-blown Evil. Actually is a perfect top deck right there. But I think we're going to put... we could either do Full-blown Evil, put down the Imp Circle. Imp Circle allows us to easily replace it with the 2... or the Mischievous Imps. I'm never going to get that word right. Ah, they're going to ram into our flame. Joke's on you. We're into that. Use Full-blown Evil. And then we can kill this with 2 of those. And we might as well put down the good old Librarian just to put it down. Oh, Felfire in the Hole. That's actually pretty good to have it this early on because it does mean we're going to eat through at least one of the rods with it in a hand. And if we get a Grave Defiler, that means we'll get basically 2 mana discount for every point of 1 mana discount, which is really, really good. It's what we like to see. Okay, so they are big Beast Hunter, I'm assuming. I need to figure out something to do with Hunter and Demon Hunter, to be honest. Oh, there's our Grave Defiler. Though we do have Full-blown Evil, which kind of hurts the consistency of getting the second Felfire in the Hole. We could use Full-blown... No, that still keeps it in our hand because it echoes. They're going to devour our Imp, gets them the minion back in their hand and a copy in the deck. Well, good thing we do have the Full-blown Evil because we can get rid of that entire board. Okay, so to be honest, we could have kept the Imp Storm in the hand to maybe get another copy of it. Everything is going to be discounted. Oh, shady bartender. Things are about to get a little bit shady in here. Let's take a 50-50 risk. Why not, right? Come on. It never works out. There are sometimes it does, but most of the time it doesn't. Stormpipe, the Jarn Saber that they put back in their hand. Their hand is pretty empty, while ours is looking pretty full. Too bad we don't have any ways to get more additional imps, but drawing 3 is pretty good, especially when you draw it into the other Impending Catastrophe. Let's put down the Rod. Might as well. We can also take the risk again, as bad as that sounds. I think I'm going to do it. Come on, 50-50. There we go. Okay, so we have 3 Felfire in the Holes for this game, and whenever we draw into the 3rd, that is. Come on, attack into the Imp. Oh, don't attack into the Imp with that. Attack into the Imp with your face. Nope, okay. Now we need... what do we need here? Something that summons imps would be cool. Reform kind of works. But let's use Felfire in the hole. This should clear out everything. Grabbing the third. Okay, we can make that work. Oh, we can definitely make that work. Let's use the cheaper one. And then Full Blown Evil doesn't get rid of everything, but it gets pretty close. And then we can draw two to draw two. Just there we go. Doesn't matter what they have in store, as long as they don't have crush. We'll crush them next turn. Oh, that could be bad. That could be really bad. Please don't generate crush. Okay, that isn't crush either. You gotta love not playing a low amount of beasts. Well, let's blast them out of existence. It comes full circle. This really depends on what type of mage it's going to be. Oh, well, I guess we have a turn 3 play. Do we take the 1 and 3? I kind of do. That is probably the one that I didn't want to hit the most. That's interesting. Yeah, let's just get board pressure on board. Because if they clear this out, then we just imp. At least that's the idea behind it. And this doesn't really tell us what they're playing right now. If they just keep pinging our imps, that's perfectly fine. Oh, that is a pretty nice top deck. Okay, we're going to use that on that. Let's get some board pressure. I guess the closest this deck actually got to additional support is the Silvermoon Arcanus, but that's technically not that big either. That's fine. We get to replace them all with 3/3s. Oh, speaking of which, just keep going. This, we're going to be a little bit mischievous. I can't speak. They kill that. We're at, actually, oh, that's pretty good for a top deck. Gotta be a little bit shady to win with this deck. If we could actually draw into the Mithril Rods, we have lethal, even if they clear out our board, which would be pretty cool, but actually no, we don't even need that. We just need one to survive and then use this, because we have a high likelihood this is actually working. There are 2 shadow spells in the deck, but those 2 shadow spells are in here for draw power and we kind of need it. Actually, we don't even need... Oh. Let's see if we can Felfire our way to victory. Come on. The one time that I actually wanted... It was a card that I actually considered cutting out of the deck. It's just... we kind of want the additional draw. Oh, that's fun. Well, let's draw a bunch of cards, I guess. Refill the hand. There's the Rod, and that would have been nice. 1 card earlier. Oh, Grave Defiler. Okay, so let's just pass it back. Trying to think. That's one of the more annoying things that they could have had. And then freezing that out. That's the Nar card that I would have preferred to actually have in our hand. How do we want to do this? Let's put this down. Put one of these down. Yes, just attack into one of these to do 3 damage. Feeds into these. We also gotta remember, the rods don't count if you overdraw cards. I'll take a free imp. Come on, hit the imp. Yeah, there we go. All the cards they could have randomly generated. It had to be that. Okay, we can't get additional copies of Felfire, which kinda sucks, but I think we can clear out most of their board. All of it? No. We're 1 off of all. So we're going to take 5 damage next turn. We could have also used Reform, I guess. Kinda curious. I'm wondering if they're going to try to choose... In the long run, spells is probably the better bet, but they don't know what we're actually playing. Oh, that's fun. I think we're going to use Imp Swarm to start out the turn. Hellfire. Need 1 discount. Get rid of everything here. We don't have to get rid of everything. This draws 3. Perfect. We can survive. We're actually in a pretty decent position. We literally just have to live through this turn.
Let me remind you who you're dealing with.
I think we'll actually be able to do it. Oh, that would have been so cool to actually keep that. Oh. I really hope that is an ice block. Oh, evil, so we don't have any spells in the deck. Okay. Out of all the cards they could have randomly generated, out of everything they could have randomly got, it had to be Ice Barrier. Oh. Okay, time for a game against Paladin. Oh, this... let's get rid of Arcanus, keeping the other 2 cards, because... I mean, Shady Bartender does give us something to do turn 1, which is pretty nice. Okay, so they're going to be 40 cards. Grave Defiler does nothing, because we don't have any Fel spells in our hand. Grave Defiler number 2 doesn't do anything, because we don't have any Fel spells in our hand. Sure, why not? Just put this down. We could have also hero powered, but putting this down for later is pretty decent too. Hey, sea floor. Let's see if they can dredge anything that will help them out here. Oh, that's a funny card. Let's just put this down. Let's buff it up too. I know that's a little bit of waste, but I do like to get that on board just because it will make the gang boss a little bit harder for them to actually kill. They're probably going to focus our face because they think we're going to be playing pure Imp Warlock. Oh, there's the Felfire in the hole. There we go. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's just kill that. Okay, now we have 3 Felfires in the hole, which could be incredibly funny for us. We just are missing the Arcanus that we shuffled back into the deck, and a way to discount all of these cards, so we... Oh, that's not a card that I would have expected. Are they playing Reno? But actually playing Reno? Wait, is that card from Barons, or is it from the core set? I can't honestly remember. Okay, let's just... buff up one of these, should give it a 3/3, get rid of it, and then just go face. We might actually... Oh no, we have a very mischievous next turn. Should be able to draw 4, which is really cool. The thing that I also noticed with this deck is the fact that the rod will actually keep on getting its charges even if you do overcap a little bit. It'll just go over the next one instead. Let's put down our Imp. Draw 4. Oh, Imp Swarm's funny. Vile Library. We're about to get a little bit vile in here. We could put down the Flame Imps too, but I think we're just going to do this. We're not burning any cards, so I don't mind keeping them in the hand, and I would prefer to not actually take the 3 damage if I can help it. They're good as a turn 1 play, which is why they ended up getting included over something like the Rift card that shuffles 3 or 4 imps into your deck. Trust me, I tried to make that card work. Let's use Felfire in the hole. This should almost clear everything out. And then we can put down 2 imps, put down 2, and then we can hero power, which will discount everything, and then we can put down 2 more if we really feel like it. And we did draw into the second rod, which is cool. We're at 11 HP. That is going to be a little bit of a problem. We don't really have any ways in this deck to actually heal ourselves, which is a little bit of a problem. Which is also, oh, of course they have Blade Master. Well, there goes our imps. If we put down Impending Catastrophe. Shady Bartender was what I was thinking. Oh, we could have put down one of... Oh, no. Flame Imps are good, but at the same time, I don't want to get really low where they could just finish this off with a well-timed buff to one of their minions. Now that is a bit frustrating, though the nice thing is they don't actually do much because all of our minions have 3 HP. They're going to get a bit of the brass tacks, if you know what I mean. Anything cool? Oh, Rafal. Might need to use one of the Felfires too. Also probably should have used the rod first. Oh, that would have been nice too. And then just kill these 2. Probably should have buffed something up there first, but that's a little bit of my bad. Buff up the gang boss. We're going to gang them down. Astalor. Great Hall. This really does make me think they're just playing Reno. Speaking of which, that is another card that I need to use in Warrior before it rotates out. I think Warrior is actually the last Reno deck that I have. If I really felt like it, I could just keep updating them until the new set came out, but that might get a little bit boring, or the new rotation comes out. We should be getting news pretty quickly here. Let's draw 4. I think we're going to burn a card because I thought I was drawing 3 instead. Oh, Oh, now that is a spicy card to get. Sure, we won't be able to use it. Oh, there's number 2. Now, can we actually get our alchemist to survive is the question. Let's just go face. Also, probably shouldn't have put that down, but whatever. It will actually trigger Ratham in hand if it does go through, I think. Raid boss. That does... Oh, this clears out the board. Okay, so how many cards do we have left in deck? We have like 4 or 5. One of which is Arcanist, so that's actually pretty decent. Wait. Oh, I was going to say, do they not actually get able to clear out everything? But I guess they do. It's a little... Ask and you shall receive, I guess. We can go face, this down, and let's fire away at their own face, unleashing full-blown evil. I actually like this open hand a lot. This doesn't really do anything for now, but I don't mind having it. It's a real big shame that you can actually tell the difference between the cards at the beginning of the rotation of the Year of the Hydra and the ones at the right now. Like, more than I think any other rotation. Because just cards like Grave Defiler look really good on paper. Well, shit. 50-50. But the issue is, the best thing you can be doing with Grave Defiler is getting more Felfires in the hole. Which, on their own, don't really do much. So you have to run cards like Silvermoon Arcanist or Guild Trader, which is what I did, I think, almost a year ago. And that deck actually felt strong at the time, just no one was talking about it. Do this because we need to finish them off before they can actually get their questline completed. I've been almost tempted to cut a Rune Mytho Rod for Theatar. Then the Silvermoon Arcanist would be max discount at 1, which isn't bad, and then Felfire would be at 3. But it is kind of a pipe dream that you get any much higher than that. Well, they're Druids, so they're probably not going to be able to clear an entire board of 1/1s. That could clear out 2, though. And we do kind of need to get rid of that as quickly as humanly possible. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting because that means we can just be very mischievous and then place them down as replacement. Well, oh, Mytho Rod, that's nice. Doesn't really do much right now, but that's nice, I guess. There are a high likelihood they can actually kill our entire... Well, kill the board, no. Complete their questline, yes. Unless they have Innovate and Scales in hand. Then we might be in a fine position. Because they're going to take, at a bare minimum, this turn, if they don't do anything. 15... That's not a card that I expected out of that deck. Okay. Huh. I am not killing that this next turn. There's no point. Grave Defiler. Actually, pretty nice. Drawk, full-blown evil. Perfect. Just going to keep going face. Not going to let them gain any armor. That is the goal here. I mean, they could have Scales, and that clears out most of the board. But is that enough to win them the game right now? And they use both aquatic forms, so they can't even get the cards they shuffled at the bottom of the deck. Out of all the decks that we could have won against, it's this one. Honestly, would have expected this to be one of the worst matchups just because they can gain so much armor. Yeah, okay, that makes it. Speak Scales into existence, I guess. Does this clear the entire thing? Yes, yes it does. Okay. Card earlier, that would have been nice. One card earlier, that would have been nice. Or one turn. There goes their quest line. Gonna gain a bunch of armor. Okay, so... Oh, Fiendish... Oh, that... Does that change plans? Kinda does. Because we're living on a pipe dream right about now. Let's do this. Let's hope they don't have Bran in hand. That would be bad. What are the chances, right, though? Well, they need Bran, the questline reward. Okay, that's actually fine. This will be discounted. Let's see what we generate. Out of all the cards it could have been. Okay, we don't want to use... This discounts that. Let's put this down. Hope they don't have enough scales in hand. We might still be able to win in this. It depends on what they keep top decking. That's the only frightening thing here. You go after the Alchemist or Arcanist, I don't really care. Oh, did they go AFK? They completed their quest line so quickly. Oh, more armor. Perfect. Just what we needed to see. Went after an Imp. That's actually smart, but I was kind of hoping they wouldn't be smart. Just saying. Okay, so we can put down this. Put this down. Buff this up. Buff this. Is this lethal? How close to lethal are we getting? We're... Okay. Oh, and we have this, so might as well. If we still don't... That one moment when you realize them getting rid of the Imp actually is what saved them for a turn. Come on. That's the questline reward. Well... Oh, never mind. Oh, wait, actually, that doesn't kill us. It gets pretty damn close. It doesn't kill us, though. Okay, that's fine. Felfire in the hole. Top deck Felfire. That it's not Felfire. This discounts Felfire if we do draw it, though, right? And it doesn't kill any of our minions, so we're not worried about that. It doesn't kill any of their minions either. Okay, that's one card drawn. Two. If that was one card earlier. Oh, we did heals. Actually, we can live a turn. As weird as that sounds, we can actually live a turn. Okay, okay. We don't have any taunts. That's the main problem right now. Astalor probably kills us, though. Oh, hey. Unless... Please don't generate anything that will instantly kill us. Rake would do it. Oh. Okay, so we are buffing up this. Doesn't really matter. We are placing this down. Oh, okay. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So, this deck had a 48% win rate across the 21 games I actually played. It would have had a 50% win rate if my opponent didn't randomly generate a ice block, which was the only way they could have actually won that game. Honestly speaking, the more I actually tested the deck, the more consistent it actually felt. There were two things worth mentioning though with this version of the deck. We are using Impending Catastrophe in the deck, which is not a Fel spell, which could make Felfire in the hole actually miss. However, you do want that additional draw power just because of the fact that you can then discount every card in your hand with the Rune Mithril Rod. The other thing worth mentioning is Full Blown Evil. In current Hearthstone, this card feels a little bit too slow to actually want to include it in the deck, but if you really wanted to, you probably could switch this out for Demonic Assault as a way to protect your own face and then protect your own minions, thus allowing you to win the game through that. Honestly, while I might be a little bit biased since I've been wanting to use Felfire in the hole in a deck before it rotates out for quite a long time now, this is an easy deck for me to recommend you all playing because Imp Warlock is a pretty decent deck already, and because most of the Fel package is already Imp related cards, it doesn't actually take up that much space within the deck, thus allowing you to surprise your opponent and finish them off with a grand Felfire in the hole finale. With that all being said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.